Hey Icon Youth, welcome to this month's Connect Notes. And my name's Nathan. I'm youth pastor here at Icon Youth. If this is your first time to youth, we want to say a big welcome to you. So great that we get to be together. And we get to be together literally under 2 weeks away from Christmas, 12 days till Christmas. Hopefully you're excited for Christmas, excited for breaking up from school. But we love Christmas time here at Icon Youth, and we've got loads of stuff planned. And so make sure you get involved with everything that is planned to make this Christmas time the best time. Hopefully in your Connect group, you've had a little discussion before this video about what your favorite Christmas song is. If you've not had that discussion, pause this video right now and just take 5 minutes just to say what your favorite Christmas song is and maybe why it's your favorite. But one of my favorite Christmas songs that we sing in church and has been sung in church, and we've kind of used more modern versions of it, is a song called Joy to the World. Joy to the World. And I want to talk on this subject for us today, on this subject to joy. We're going to read some scripture, Luke 2, verses 8 to 12, and I'm going to let you read that in your Connect group. But there's a verse in it when the angels come and they're coming to the shepherds, and they come to the shepherds and they simply say this: we bring good news that causes great joy. We bring good news that causes great joy. Have you ever been excited about something you've received? Have you ever received something that got you really excited? Maybe it was a Christmas present, birthday present, maybe it was outside of those times, but like literally you went to school and you couldn't wait to get home, or you were out but you couldn't wait to get back home, simply because you were like, I want to, I can't wait to get back to that present. For me, growing up, every Christmas would be a time where I received football boots, and I still think I can make it as a footballer now, even though I'm 33. But I received football boots, and I just couldn't wait to be home. I'd wear my football boots around the house. My parents would tell me off, but I'd still wear them in my bedroom. I'd wear them while I was playing FIFA on my PlayStation. I'd be sat there in my football boots like there. I used to even think, we used to go and watch football games, and I used to think I should have brought my football boots just in case they needed a player. Just in case they didn't have enough players on the bench and they needed a player, because I could do it. This was it. But this didn't even stay in my childhood. It went on to my adult years, and I still received football boots for Christmas and just couldn't wait to get home to put them on, to try them on. I got so excited about these football boots. I don't know what it was for you. Maybe you're going to receive something that you've asked for this Christmas, and it's already getting you excited about it. Well, the angels are telling the shepherds in this story that we're reading, in this Christmas story, that there's good news that will cause great joy. That there's this good news that Jesus is going to be born, and it causes great joy in our lives. I've come to realize this about joy, that joy is not an outside work, it's an inside out work. That joy is not dependent on my circumstances. Joy is not dependent on what is going off in my life. Joy is all about an inside work in my life. You see, the shepherds are in a field. They're just in a field. But in this moment, there's this good news that causes great joy. Later on in the chapter, it says the shepherds came back after they'd visited Jesus. They came back and they told everyone, and everyone was amazed because there was this good news that was causing great joy. There was this good news. I love that the angels didn't come and they didn't say, hey, we've got this news and here's what it causes. It causes fear and anxiety. It causes worry and shame. It causes guilt. It causes depression. It causes, no. It causes great joy for our lives. Maybe it's a moment to take a look at our lives and to begin to think, what actually is the dominant feeling in my life? Is it a feeling of joy? Is it a lifestyle of joy? Or is it other things that I begin to feel? You see, Jesus came for us. We remember at this time that he came as a baby, and we celebrate Jesus's birth. But it didn't stop at Jesus's birth. He lived for 33 years, and for 3 years of that, he went around doing incredible miracles, teaching, and we see a lot of that in the Bible. But also we see the incredible story of him sacrificing his life for me and for you, but rising again so we could know we're victorious. Why? Because there's this good news. It's the gospel. It's good news. It's this good news that Jesus came for me and for you. I love in this verse actually that we're reading where it says, and there's this good news that will cause great joy for all the people. Like you may be sat in Connect group today and thinking, yeah, but that's for those who are good. That's for those who haven't made these mistakes. That's for those who don't think this way or don't talk this way. Or that's for those who maybe life doesn't look like mine. No. This was for all the people, that even you today can have great joy. So I want to just look at one aspect today. Just look at one aspect and begin a discussion around this aspect, because Christmas time can be loud. Actually, even this season has been loud. Yesterday, we had a general election, and I'm filming this before the results are in, but we had a general election, and many people have been loud about the general election. And I'm all for people having their opinions and having their views, but a lot of people have become loud about even people, and even talking people down, and even having a go at people because they hold different views to them. But there's a loud season. Christmas can be a loud season. Family all coming around. Lots of presents, lots of things happening. It can be a loud season. And we can begin to listen to different voices. We can begin to listen to different things. We can listen to bad news, general election, whoever got, if this party got in, oh no, this spells bad news. If this party got in, no, this spells bad news. But I want to look at an aspect that actually I think we need to live in our lives. And it's an aspect that the angels came, that we need to listen to good news, and listen to good news a lot in our lives. We need to kind of, shut out bad news, and shut out the haters, and shut out, those people who say you can't do it, and actually listen to good news. Listen to what Jesus says about us. Listen to the good news that Jesus has for each and every one of us. Because here's the progression. Good news leads to great joy. Good news leads to joy. How many of us know that bad news leads to some of those things that I talked about earlier, leads to anxiety, leads to fear? We've seen it all around the election campaign, but we see it all around in news, that actually bad news can lead to fear, and lead to anxiety, and lead to shame, and lead to guilt. But that's not what Jesus brings. Jesus brings good news that leads to joy. It leads to a joy in my life, and it'll lead to a joy in your life. So who's the loudest voice in your life? Maybe we'll have a discussion around that. Who's the loudest voice in your life? Who do you listen to most? And what's the theme that you listen to most? What's the theme? Is it bad news? Is it haters? Is it gossip? Is it slander? Is it hatred? Or is it going to be good news? I want to just take a moment just for us to think about us as a Connect group, and you as a Connect group, and as a people. And I want you, as I'm saying this, just to kind of take a look around the room, because here's the thing. I want us to be a people of good news for each and every one of us. I want us to be a people who bring encouragement, who spur one another on, who believe the best in each other, who believe good news. That even when someone's saying, oh, this person's like this, no, we know that they can be like this, or they are like this. This is the good news. We believe people can change, and people can shift, and past mistakes do not define your future. You see, this is good news for each and every one of us, that we don't have to carry shame, and we don't have to carry guilt, because there's good news. And here's how we do this. We do this as becoming one together in this mission of bringing good news. And these groups, these Connect groups, should be places of great joy. If you're new here, then I'm kind of like giving you a little moment off in this moment. I want to speak to us who come regularly, because I want to say that when new people come in, and we should be bringing our friends into these environments, when they come into this environment, they should leave full of joy. Why? Because there's good news all the time. Good news, good news, good news. Because this is what we're about. It causes great joy. So I want you to take a look and a discussion, and we're going to look around this whole thing of good news. We'll look at the good news of Jesus, but also, are we listening to good news in our lives? What are we listening to? Whose voice is loudest in our lives? And maybe today you have to make some shifts. Maybe today you have to make some changes. And maybe today you have to go, okay, I've got to align myself with good news rather than listening to the bad news. The bad news is going to lead to fear and lead to shame and lead to guilt and lead to all of these things that actually cause joy to disappear. But good news is going to lead to great joy. Good news is going to lead to this great joy in my life. So I hope you have a great discussion. And let's be a people of good news. And let's remember the good news that Jesus came for each and every one of us. Whoever you are, whatever life may look like, he's for you and he has good things in store for you. And let's walk from this place with this great joy in our lives. No matter the circumstance, I can out of this great joy because there's good news that Jesus has for me. Have a great discussion, guys, and I'll see you soon.